Anytime the Lakers. Okay, so here's what LeBron says. There have been times when we're at our best, we look really good. And there are other times where it's disgusting.
You know what that sounds like, Ernie?
What?
Sounds like an old man. Like when you wake up in the morning, sometimes I'll be like, ooh, I feel good. Then that next day you be like,
That's
sciatica,
disgusting.
sciatica, it's hurting.
Charles Barkley once more sounded off on the Lakers, and his comments were so spot on, it genuinely caused pain from laughing. The Washington Generals parallel. The sciatica just aimed directly at LeBron. Barely held a sound back, and honestly, every word hit its mark. This occurrence felt unique. Post your thoughts below. Are the Lakers genuinely a real playoff team?
Why do you hate the Lakers? Chuck, tell us.
Why I hate the Lakers? It's always somebody else's fault. Remember 3 years ago, it was Russell Westbrook's fault. Then it was Frank Vogel's fault. Then it was D'Angelo Russell's fault. Then it was Darvin Ham's fault. It's always somebody else's fault. And it bothers me. Listen, you don't always blame other people for your shortcomings.
Charles Barkley just briefly. Because this man has raised Lakers analysis to a level worthy of a museum right now.
Like an Oprah Winfrey show. You get a basket. You get a basket. You get a basket. Everybody who plays against the Lakers, they gonna make everybody look good. I mean, they're like the Washington Generals. They gonna make every team's the Globetrotters against them. I mean, and we can keep sugarcoating it, and I know they're going to make us talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are a mediocre team.
If you watch inside the NBA with any consistency, you're aware the Lakers are Chuck's preferred topic. Not preferred as in he adores them. Preferred as in they offer him the most reliable and...
Lakers prove to what I keep saying. The Lakers stink, plain and simple. We have to talk about them because the media is infatuated with the Lakers. But the Lakers are not a good team. They got zero athletic ability. They got a good shot every time. The Lakers could never keep them in front of them. This was a coaching masterpiece by Jason Kidd because there's no way that team that the Mavs put out there, especially one winning by 20.
The Lakers have served as Chuck's unending wellspring a considerable period. Its origin was LeBron's personal remark regarding the team. LeBron stated, these are his direct words, that there have been instances extremely good at their peak and then utterly terrible at different points. He stated this personally. The man referred to his very own team as disgusting in a media conference environment, which suggests profound self-understanding, or perhaps based on how generous you are feeling.
Describe who he should be and who the team should be based on what their personnel is at that time. They are old in certain parts. They don't have perimeter.
Wait, he's the only one old.
But they don't have perimeter defense. Young at the perimeter. So now there's no resistance for guys to get downhill.
Yeah.
And I think that is the biggest thing. You know, yes, they don't have a great shot blocker, but they have shot block ability. But they do not have resistance at the 1, 2, and 3 position. And that is indicative of why they play.
A detail about it nobody watching will soon forget. He mentioned its sound and waking up in the morning. One day you feel great, all feeling agile. The following day, your sciatica is roaring at you and nothing regarding aging was very precise and the truth is, it wasn't unkind just to be unkind. Correct. LeBron James is in his 40s, experiences pleasant nights and awful nights. Fear athleticism looks like asking a 41-year-old body to perform at professional sports' highest level on a back-to-back schedule. But Chuck wasn't through after just one joke.
Going more to his own, too, to address the defensive issues on that team.
Absolutely. And like you mentioned, like Luka and Austin Reeves have been terrific offensively. Luka flirt with a triple-double every night. Austin Reeves been killing the league, averaging over 25 points, but they've been a turnstile on defense. And whoever comes to town can just beat them off the dribble, drive and kick, and get other guys open. But you wanted to also get more from DeAndre Ayton as an anchor when you acquire him as the Lakers, and he's been pedestrian a lot of times, and I just don't think the Lakers, even though LeBron does a really good job at his
But when you open a bee's nest and all the bees, it's hard to block all the bees. You got DeAndre in there like this. Like, come on, it's like you got to have resistance out front.
But even offensive.
Starting at 142 till 224. The panel examined the actual basketball factors contributing to the Lakers' defensive woes, and that analysis seemed sincere and merited listening to, even below all the humor. The Lakers possess no real perimeter defenders at wing players who are capable of giving significant opposition to those driving towards the basket. If you fail to prevent perimeter players from reaching the key, your entire defense becomes strained. The rotations become more intricate. The entire defensive DeAndre Ayton was acquired with the anticipation that he would serve a strong player able to fix errors from outside defensive lapses and offer some resistance near the hoop. Most fair evaluations suggest he's been ordinary, not awful, not the one individual you can blame for everything. The Lakers needed him to perform as expected when they decided to bring him into the team. The bee's nest comparison was discussed, and it is actually a useful one even if it sounds strange standing alone. When there is no resistance at the perimeter, you are essentially creating a bee's nest. Listen here, you can have players blocking shots back, you can possess height and reach, but if drivers all at once, since no one paused any of them at their attack point, once all bees have gone through, it's tough to obstruct them all. The strategy for turning and aiding, it simply won't help your cause if the perimeter shield is that permeable.
Make us talk about the Lakers. The Lakers are a mediocre team. Now, they got some really good teams in the West that we should be talking about, because I'm starting to get on this San Antonio bandwagon right now. Obviously, we got OKC and Denver, we got Houston, but man, them Spurs, they're knocking on that.
Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves are side. Chiefs has been tallying more than 25 points per game and has showcased one of the more impressive single performances in the Western Conference this season. Offensively,
can score. They have the personnel to against almost anyone.
Still, number 5 in the West right now, the Lakers, and for the 11th time this season, expected to have LeBron and Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic together on the floor.
You get a basket. Which is better
rarity.
What you want to do? What you want to?
the Oprah impersonation. You get a basket, you get a basket. Everyone gets a basket. The parallel to the Oprah Winfrey program. The "family you get a car" approach for every attendee applied to the Lakers' defensive showing was so flawlessly executed it merited its own standing ovation. Because the Lakers' defense truly performs like a handout program right now, each visiting squad easily collects its points. Every single rival player appears an all-star when up against the Lakers' perimeter defense. Step right up, collect your scores. We're handing them out gratis this evening and every single night. Then the Washington Generals analogy truly appeared. For those unfamiliar with the reference, the Washington Generals are the squad whose sole purpose is losing to the Harlem Globetrotters. The Globetrotters represent the show, the big attraction. They're the foil. Their task fundamentally is to make the Globetrotters appear incredible by being the team consistently defeated evening after evening. They are professionally, structurally, institutionally the squad that always loses. Charles Barkley regarded the Los Angeles Lakers a franchise featuring 17 championships, the franchise of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kobe Bryant, and proclaimed they are the laundry. All teams facing them resemble the Harlem Globetrotters. Each rival arrives and gets to stage a spectacle but he seemed great. The crowd chuckled, the panel chuckled, and deep down inside every Lakers fan watching, a quiet thought was probably whispering, he is. Lawrence Frank tried to frame his team standing by, saying the objectives hadn't shifted.
Barkley's response to that was also perfect.
They had raised every possible flag at their disposal by now. Not only purple, orange, blue flags, all of them have already been shown. The white flag is the instant Kawhi Leonard's prior injuries surfaced, but the Lakers were the primary draw, ensured the segment performed. The wider deep, the full entertainment of Chuck's commentary. The Lakers stand 5th in the Western Conference currently, which looks fine superficially, yet 5th in the West requires traversing a playoff bracket featuring Oklahoma, Spurs, every one of whom is performing improved basketball with greater. People don't typically share good views on teams for no reason. The Spurs sit 3rd in the West, having beaten Oklahoma City. They've been seeded 3 times this season. Dylan Harper, a 19-year-old rookie, is putting up 11 points per night. The franchise has remade itself with young talent showing real potential, and they are doing this in a way that implies 1 year's fluke, but the start of an enduring streak, are centered on a veteran star nearing the close of his playing days, an exceptional talent in Luka Don that has substantial offensive capacity and apps. The pairing functions on others, which is precisely what's funny is he just says what the more deferential sports media components are still dancing around. The Lakers are an average team right now, not awful. to the premier clubs in the Western Conference. They hold that vexing midway point where they're prominent enough to draw national notice thanks to LeBron. Widespread notice no matter his team's results, yet not filled with that focus during May and June. LeBron's 8. A lot of media people find it awkward to handle themselves, which is precisely what it means to be playing professional basketball at 41 years old, even for an athlete as incredibly well-kept as LeBron, becomes apparent in and horrible nights, pleasant mornings and rough mornings. Some days the sciatica, not. This isn't diminishing what LeBron has achieved. Who will say that plainly, without adding 17 layers? First, a qualification. The 11 instances LeBron and Reeve, a unit that crucial to the team's attacking and defensive core. With the season now well beyond its midpoint, the injury absences, the load management, the scheduling, all of it has kept the main trio from forming their intended chemistry and continuity. Teams develop through months of playing together. You cannot build defensive unity in 11 games. You can't build that kind of reliance in roles and projects that's successful. The players have missed so many games as a unit. The zone defense discussion, the Lakers shifting to zone to fix their perimeter defense issues, tells you something key about sides employ when their one-on-one coverage misses the individual man-to-man. This can serve as a variation, a method to disturb their flow, a trick that makes foes ponder, yet continuous zone play in the playoffs, the league offers no remedy. Identify weaknesses in an area and leverage them regularly. The reason is, the Lakers have spent most of this season making every team they face look better than they actually are. Rivals arrive, attack the outside, penetrate the key, dish out for open triples, and leave with point totals that make their highlight clips. Defense with identical liberty as the genuine Globetrotters, genuine generals since 1971. Chuck observed. He spoke it. Those watching at home laughed too. Painful fashion that folks deride what is true. Oklahoma City at the summit. Denver showing their veteran title DNA, Houston with their youthful drive and strong defensive play. The Lakers, ranked 5th, possess true, instead of seen as a first-round exit bound to occur for whoever draws them, group for him to look away. His output has genuinely expanded this season, and that's not a good indicator for anyone hoping the Lakers resolve issues before April. You get a stick. You receive a basket. Everyone receives a basket. Charles Barkley labeled the Lakers the Washington Generals on national television. Making an argument against him is truly hard right now. Sciatica just was deserved. The Oprah imitation was